Hey everyone, this is Kyle from Genki Gamers, and in the video today, we're going to go over the best and the worst ways to spend your pearls. Let's get started with the choices that give you the most value for your pearls. First, you have the Epic Container. The Epic Container currently holds the best value of any use of pearls in the shop. It contains several rare items, as well as an epic item and a bunch of epic item pieces. The rare items you get can take you really far in the game, and any items that you don't need can be scrapped for parts that are also valuable for leveling up your items. The only downside to the Epic Container is its high cost, which could take months for the average free-to-play player to earn, and saving up pearls for this long could set you behind. The other great option is the Premium Chest. Premium chests are a great way to spend pearls, especially if you don't plan to spend any money on the game, because they contain a rare item, which is what you should be focusing on. These cost much less than an Epic Container, without giving up too much value. Another great way to spend pearls is on inventory slots to hold more items. The cost to expand your inventory goes up each time you unlock more slots. If you're anything like me, you'll probably spend way too much getting inventory slots to hold on to all the cool items you get, so be sure to be realistic about how many slots you actually need. A player that only uses one ship will need far less slots than someone trying to play all the ships. At the end of every week, you can get a reward if you logged in every day that week. If you miss a day, it's not the end of the world, because you can spend some pearls to claim the login rewards for days that you missed. This is a cheap way to get back the weekly reward that you would have missed, and is almost always worth it because the pearls you spend are less than the cost of the reward you get. With that said, the best thing to do is to just log in every day in the first place. Those are some of the best ways to spend pearls. Now before I get into the worst ways to spend your pearls, let's go over some of the other decent options that are definitely good to consider. The first is on refreshing your shop. If you have too much gold, but are waiting for a specific type of item piece or part, it can be worth it to refresh your shop as the cost to refresh is relatively cheap. A shop refresh paid for with pearls also resets the timer on the shop, so you could use a refresh to make the shop reset at a more convenient time. In other words, if your shop refreshes about an hour after you sleep, and you miss the free reward every single night, just spend the pearls to refresh it at a better time, and it will stay at that time forever. Keep in mind that the free refresh does not reset the timer. Next up are guild boosts that help you and your guildmates complete the guild quests faster. The value of these boosts really depends on how active you and your guild are. Technically, you can get by just fine without spending any pearls on boosts, but if you are competing for that number one spot in the guild rivalry, it's definitely worth considering spending pearls to get the boost. Also know that the guild boost provides way better value than the individual boosts as long as you have a pretty full guild with active members, so try to get those if you can. Your guildmates will love you for it. Lastly, it may be worth it to speed up crew training if the training timer will end while you're sleeping or otherwise unable to play the game. You really want to minimize the time spent not training, as crew training is what really gets you ahead in the long run. However, don't just randomly spend pearls to speed up training because you feel like it, because the exchange rate between pearls and time is not the best. Now, let's move on to some of the worst ways to spend your pearls. These choices all give you some of the worst value possible, and try to prey on players that are in a rush to get something they think they need right away. The first bad way to spend your pearls is to buy an epic item directly from the shop. The pearl cost for epic items is incredibly overpriced, and you can't buy a duplicate of the item down the road. This means that even after you buy the epic item, you still need to randomly get a duplicate of the item from combining or from chests. If you have the patience to save up for this purchase, just wait a little longer for the Epic Container, which has a much better value. The next bad way to spend pearls is on buying gold and sugar from the shop. Not only is the exchange rate between pearls and these resources really bad, they're the only thing that you can earn an unlimited amount of just by playing Battle Bay. This means that you should also avoid spending pearls to get the missing resources you feel like you need as much as possible, as it really is a waste of pearls. I hope this video helps you use your pearls more efficiently. If you're new to this channel, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.